But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. And I honestly never thought that I would say this, but it's time for me to move on. I never thought this day was gonna come. I never even expected to do YouTube. But the truth is, doing YouTube now is just not the same for me as it used to be when I first started. I remember when I used to get super excited, finding all of the new strategies and the new tips and all of the new things that could help you inside of your business as a person, growing, becoming a happier person, and just, navigating how hard life is. I remember being excited about helping you actually be able to do that. But honestly, now it feels different. And I know most of the people watching right now are gonna leave this video, skip it, unsubscribe, go watch something else, but honestly, that's actually a big part of the reason I'm doing this. And I do wanna address exactly the reasons why I am doing this. But before we actually get into what those reasons are, I do wanna extend a huge and incredibly genuine, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all of you guys who are my real, subscribers, supporters, my real fans. And I've always thought that the word fans was very awkward, so we're just gonna use the word subscribers. But I really just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of the support that you've shown me over the past, 2.5 years or whatever it's been since we started. And I'm talking about those of you that show up for all of my Q&As, the people who even watched my super awkward vlogs that I tried to shoot in Australia. I'm talking about the people who come to my Instagram lives and watch me for an hour with, my shirt off and eating Cheetos, answering questions for all of you guys. I'm talking about the real, true, die-hard people who've been with me and been with this channel since the very beginning. Because I remember the very first vlog that we ever put together on this channel. I remember being so nervous. I was actually in Sydney, Australia for the very first time ever. I was recording myself with a camera in front of a bunch of people because a lot of people assume that, just because I'm a YouTuber and we have, 800,000 subscribers, that I'm very comfortable on camera, I'm an extrovert, but the truth is I'm not. I was incredibly nervous to actually record myself selfie style on that camera in front of all those people. And I put it together and I filmed it and I was so nervous and I was so proud of it. And I released it on my YouTube channel and no one watched it. And it's a very strange thing that not a lot of people actually understand, being, a YouTuber, an influencer on social media or whatever you want to call it. Because what happens is you get addicted to it. And you see it happen on every level. You saw it happen with people like Logan Paul, who recorded 450 daily vlogs in a row, which is an unbelievable amount of work. And you can see him in interviews talking about how he got addicted to it. He got addicted to the rush of the views, of the likes, of the comments, literally of the dopamine released in your brain when you got that like on your video or that like on your photo on Instagram. It's how social media websites are literally designed, but for creators, it really can start to become a toxic thing. Because what happens with Logan Paul and so many other creators is he went further and further and further to try to get more and more views, more and more comments, more and more engagement, more and more shares. And to be able to do that, he had to do more and more crazier things until he went too far. And the problem is, it stops being about fun and it starts becoming about addiction, being addicted to that rush and that feeling of all the views that you're getting. And I remember I always thought creator burnout was just some stupid thing that, somebody somewhere else talked about. But then I started seeing videos on YouTube Creator Studio and actually released by YouTube themselves talking about, the realness of creator burnout and ways to actually mitigate that. And now I understand that creator burnout is a very real thing. Because at the end of the day, I do YouTube for 2 reasons and 2 reasons alone. The first and most important reason is because of you. The people who actually watch me because, they like me as a real human being and not just some tutorial robot to just suck the information out of my brain. It's hard to describe, but it's a very strange feeling dedicating, most of your waking hours to create free content and putting it out on YouTube and then being judged by people who couldn't care less about you as an actual human being. But at the end of the day, those of you who actually watch me for me because you like me as a person, you guys made it worth it for me for the past 2.5 years to continue creating content over and over and over again. And the second reason that I chose to do YouTube was because I honestly loved and enjoyed it. I loved making videos. I loved finding new tips and strategies for digital marketing and e-commerce and all of the things that I love to talk about. Mindset, just growing as a person in your business, in your regular life, how to become happier, how to find fulfillment, and generally just helping people. But recently, everything has gotten so twisted into this web of toxicity. Anyone who sells anything or teaches anyone or any online mentor or guru is by default a scammer. And the unfortunate truth is, as you get bigger, there's more people who want to rip you down, and they don't care about the truth. They don't care about the thousands and tens of thousands of people from all around the world that we've helped. They focus on the loudest few people who say, Kevin David is a scam, making money online is a scam. And honestly, it's exhausting, and I'm fed up with it. I just don't have it in me. I'm not Grant Cardone. I don't love my haters. I don't buy into the fact that if you don't have haters by noon, you're not going big enough. And this is nothing against Grant Cardone. This is just not the cloth that I'm cut from. And at the end of the day, I've gotten to the point now where I'm not making content anymore because I love it, but instead I'm making content to get more shares, more comments, and more views. Creating content every single day is so much work, especially creating quality content with quality cameras and things that are interesting to people, that you have to do it for the right reasons. And the right reasons are because you, the audience, actually loves it, you find it valuable, you get entertained by me. And the second right reason is I have to actually enjoy the content that I'm creating. I have to actually enjoy the process, enjoy filming, enjoying finding new strategies, enjoy creating. And unfortunately, as of right now, I no longer have the same love that I used to for creating YouTube videos. And so for those of you who are still here, I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for all of the support that you've shown me over the past 2.5+ years since we started on this journey to over 800,000 of you guys. I literally can't believe it even to this day. You are the reason that I'm still doing YouTube to this day, because it's such a powerful thing when people and your subscribers and your fans, or whatever you want to call it, watch because they actually like you for you. They don't just want some other strategy to make $100 per day. And so I just wanted to say to each and every one of you true diehard subscribers or fans or ninjas or whatever you want to call it, that I hope that something that I did or something that I said or something that I taught you or something that you learned from me helped you, even in a very small way, grow in your business or grow as a person. Because the truth is, at the end of the day, that's really all I want. That's the whole reason that I've done all of this. And for the past 2.5 years, all of it has been worth it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. And I honestly never thought that I would say this, but it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to grow more into a CEO of my software companies. It's time for me to really focus on the next chapter of my life. And so for all of those reasons, I'm quitting YouTube. Does this mean that I'm never gonna make another YouTube video ever for the rest of my life? The truth is, I don't know, probably not, but at the very least, what it does mean is I'm done making strictly tutorial, make $100 per day videos, even though those are the videos that get the most attention on my channel. There has to be a balance between what you, my most important diehard audience, wants to watch and what I actually want to make videos about. I would love to expand into other styles of content outside of strictly, how-to tutorials, how to make money online, how to work from home. I would love to make more fun content, more entertaining content, more comedy content, more lifestyle content, showing you guys more about what actually happens in my day-to-day life, but only if you actually want to see it. Because at the end of the day, you are the most important part of my YouTube channel. And so if enough of you guys, the real ones, the people who've been with me since the beginning, the people who watch all of my Q&As and watch everything because you actually care about me just like I care about you. If enough of you guys want to see me try to make some new and fun content and see if I can actually reinvigorate the old love that I used to have creating YouTube videos, then I'd be willing to give it a shot. And so with that, I'll leave it to you. Because at the end of the day, this channel would be nothing without you. And so potentially one final time, I love you guys more than I could ever possibly tell you.